my fellow freedom builders, and welcome back to the channel. Now the video today is, for some of you, maybe a bit controversial. For some of you it is right along the line of what I've done before, but basically I am gonna have a look at this article from the Motley Fool, looking at Cathie Wood and her claim that Tesla will be the future winner of this $9 trillion robotaxi market. If you haven't been following Tesla and Elon Musk and Cathie Wood lately, well, then there have been a lot of talk about completely 100% self-driving autonomous vehicles that can drive from A to B without any human intervention. That is what is called a level 5 autonomous cars. And in the video today, I'm going to have a look at that, and I'm going to have a look at Cathie Wood's claims about the future price of Tesla, because she is well known for the one that in 2018 called Tesla at a $4,000 level by 2021. That happened. There have been some stock splits since then, but this was actually the right call. They also mention here that it's not like she can walk on water. She also said that Bitcoin would cost 1.5 million. Billion? Does it say that? Well, it doesn't matter if it's million or billion, because it's nowhere near that. She has also called a ton of small tech companies to rise by thousands and tens of thousands of percentages, and right now they are basically down by 90%, many of them. So it's not like she's always right, but she might be here. Let's investigate this a bit further. What she's basically saying is that this robotaxi market by 2030 will be an $8 to $10 trillion market, and that Tesla will be the leader of that market. Well, if that is true, then the price that she's calling for, around $2,000 by 2027, might be right. As I say here, that's a gain of 800%, and it's largely due to the robotaxi forecast, meaning that if this whole robotaxi thing does not happen, then this $2,000 call on Tesla is simply out of the window. Wood's firm expects robotaxis to make up 44% of Tesla's revenue and 64% of its earnings before interest, the EBITDA, based on a report it released in April. All right, let's have a look at it. We'll jump into MyStockScanner here, and we'll see that if Tesla should go up to 2,000, and I'm being a bit large here, I'm saying by the end of 2027. I'm not sure when in 27 Cathie Wood expect that, but let's just say by New Year, between 27 and 28. If Tesla should be at 2,000, that would mean that if they're staying at the current PE around 70, it hovers a bit up, back and forth, but around 70, they would have to up their earnings per share by 52% per year from now on, and every year until beginning of 2028 here. Then that would happen. However, if, as I said in a former video, if the market starts to price Tesla a bit more like a normal car manufacturer, many of the other car manufacturers are around the 8, 10, 12 in price earning. Tesla is at an insane 60, 70, sometimes 80 level. But let's just say that Tesla drops to 34 here, which is a number that I have put in here. Then Tesla is only at $1,000 when we reach 2028. So how much will they have to gain in earnings per share? Well, they will have to gain 75% better earnings every single year up until 2028. Is that doable? Yes, well, it might be if they're going to take that huge part of this robo-taxi market. Now, let's have a look at it, because what they are saying here, it says, to be clear, Tesla has no autonomous vehicle business currently. It might be coming, but as I have told you in an earlier video, Elon Musk started talking about 100% autonomous driving back in 2013, 2014, and he said that within 12 months he expected 100% autonomous driving. That means that at latest in 2015, we should have seen Tesla with 100% autonomous driving. That is 8 years ago, and they are not there yet. So now he's saying that within 12 months, we will have 100% autonomous driving. He also said that in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 20, 21, and 22. And every time he promised that within 12 to 18 months, we would definitely be there. And every time he said that, it pumped the stock price. So yeah, go figure. He also said that when Tesla came out with the 100% autonomous driving, they would turn every Tesla into a potential robotaxi where you could use your Tesla car to earn money. I think he mentioned something like $30,000 to $35,000 per year, so that everyone not buying a Tesla was a complete idiot. Well, it actually says here, Tesla vehicles being used as robotaxis, saying Tesla owners could earn as much as $30,000 per year. All right, there are some flaws here, and I'll get back to them in a second. But first of all, let's have a look at some of this full driving thing, because I've been researching a bit on the topic and trying to figure out what a lot of experts are saying on this. First of all, I should say that at the current moment, when people are asked, would you be comfortable putting your life at stake, I would almost say, would you be comfortable entering in a car, going from A to B, with the car being completely autonomous? And a massive number of people are saying, nope, I would definitely not. So it is okay that maybe the technology will be there. No one knows. I doubt it, but it could be. If the technology is there, you still need to convince everyone to start driving in these cars to make this a big market. But that is another thing. Fully self-driving cars unlikely before 2035. So if that is correct, what this expert, and I know there are a million experts and they can be bad and good or all sorts of in between. However, if this is true by 2035, then the entire Tesla self-driving robotaxi thesis is simply falling apart. However, they are putting some numbers on this, and there are different levels. Level 5 is that you're getting some help, some lane assistance, some brake control things, and then it gets better and better up to the level 5, where it is basically you go into the car, you punch in and say, I want to go from this place to that place, and it gets you there without you intervening in the driving at all. And right now, there are a lot of cars that have some sort of this. This is back in 2016, of course. It is going up here by 2023. And what they expect here is that by 36, this level 5 is that tiny yellow spot up here and is nowhere near the entire market. Not even close. Could it go faster? Yes, it probably could. But I'll link to the article and you can read it and decide for yourself. Looking at some other experts here, how far away are we from self-driving? Well, depends on scope. And they are looking at this in the mid 2010, with the press was filled with all sort of stuff, both from Tesla, from Ford, from Mercedes, Hyundai, expecting 2020 to be the year of the autonomous vehicles in being mainstream. But they are nowhere near close to that. And what this article concludes is that it will probably not be in the near future. However, Waymo, one of the companies here, anticipate a tenfold increase in rides in the next 2 years, while Cruise, which is a GM-owned company, is aiming for $1 billion in revenue from rides by 2025. So who knows, it might just be. Now, going to these Waymo and Cruise and other companies, let's just have a quick look at the article. Let me just find the right one here. Here we go. This is from Insider saying, Tesla is not even in the top 10 of self-driving firms, according to expert who ranked all of the leading companies working on automation. This is an expert that has been working on this field for a decade or so. And they are putting it into a rank here from execution to strategy, saying that Waymo, Cruise, several others are the leaders. Then there are some contenders. We have Nvidia here that you basically have known about. There we have Aurora, you might have heard about that. Then we have some challengers coming up. We have Pony AI, May Mobility, and so on. And then we have down here Tesla, which the company is leading way behind. You might disagree with that, but basically this is looking on all sorts of different aspects of the technology. So is Tesla going to be the winner here? Let's just assume that the 100% autonomous driving is going to be a thing by 2027. Will Tesla be the winner of this race? Well, then they would have to make a fairly large jump up here to be one of the leaders. And going back to the article here with the flaws in the robotaxi thing. Well, first of all, they're saying that if by 2030 robotaxis should be a $10 trillion market, it would have to replace every other sort of transportation. And that means every other car should be replaced by one of these. All trains, all buses, everything. Everyone should just be driving in robotaxis. Is that likely? Nah, I don't really think so. There are some other flaws, and they are saying that right now Elon Musk and Tesla are offering their cars at a discount. They are lowering their margins. And if that was really so, that they were so close at putting this upgrade on the market, because what Tesla is saying is, yeah, we have all these Teslas out there, and at the second we are ready with autonomous driving, we'll just basically push a button and all the cars will be upgraded and we'll be the leader of the world in this field. And as they ask here in the article, and I do understand the question, if they are so close of doing this, if they're so close of turning millions of Teslas into robotaxis that can earn you $30,000 per year, why on earth are they selling them on a discount? Why not sell them with a premium, saying, well, just in a second we have this upgrade and you will be able to, well, basically have 10 Teslas and you'll be able to make $300,000 per year, but we are upping the price of the car because of this magnificent opportunity of yours. No, right now they actually are selling them with a discount. Could it be because in the future they want to get paid for the upgrade and then people can make money with the Teslas? Well, maybe, but I do understand the question here. So basically they are looking at some other companies that could be better at earning, and I have no idea if it would be better owning a stake in General Motors, owning the Cruise here. As I mentioned, Cathie Wood actually also own a part of this, and there are several of other companies that have a lot more driving miles on the road with autonomous driving than Tesla. So going back to the claim here, first of all, there are some assumptions in here that we can challenge. Will the robotaxi market be an $8 to $10 trillion market by 2030? Well, first of all, a lot of experts are doubting that quite heavily. Secondly, if it is so that we'll have complete autonomous driving within a few years and that being taken over the entire transportation market by 2030, will Tesla be the leader of that? And again, we would have to say, well, it's not very likely. Will Tesla be able to jump from the absolute bottom to the absolute front here in a field of competitors that are running like crazy to compete with Tesla? And I know Tesla is the largest EV manufacturer right now, and if they can produce millions and millions of cars every year, if they can persuade people to buy their cars, if they can upgrade their software system so all at once all the Teslas are autonomous driving all over the world, and if they can make it into a robo-taxi army of cars making $30,000 per year, well, then there might be something about it. But looking at the numbers, up until 2028, I highly doubt that autonomous driving is taking over the entire world by this point. We are talking in about 4 years. And if the autonomous driving is even working, every car owner will have to switch to a self-driving car just overnight, basically. And even at that point, if the investors are starting to price Tesla just even at 3 times the price earning as other car manufacturing companies, they would still have to grow their earnings by 75% every single year to reach this goal. So do I think that this Cathie Wood's call is correct? If you ask me, it isn't. However, I'm not necessarily the right expert. I might be completely wrong. If this might be a $20 trillion market, Tesla might be the leader of everything, and yeah, I know it sounds like a bit of a far-fetched idea, but I wouldn't put my money on it, especially seeing what other calls Cathie Wood have made in her ARK Invest ETF. And yeah, she was right the first time about Tesla, but then again, being wrong about, I don't know, 90 things after that makes me doubt that she will be right about this call. I know that if you are a big fan of Cathie Wood, of tech, of highly valued, very cheap tech companies, and of Elon Musk and Tesla, you might be completely mad at me for making this video, but so be it. As always, you're welcome to leave your comments underneath the video here or in my Facebook or wherever you find me. And until next time, take care of yourself and your money out there. Bye for now.